Judge, this is the case of Hot Girl Summer.
They're married, she wants an open relationship, and he doesn't. Now I've got to find out why she thinks adding a new man will solve her old problems.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Robert Morris and Diana Cordova. The two of you have been married for 3 years, but you have been separated for the last 4 months. Mr. Morris, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why you're here today in divorce court?
Yes, Judge Toller. I'm here today because my wife, she wants to be in an open relationship, and I cannot stand it. Let me tell you a little more about that. So I came home a year ago, and she gave me the ultimatum. She told me that if I didn't want to be in an open relationship, that she was going to leave me. And that hurt me so bad, but it goes further. So I was in Florida visiting my dad, who was on his deathbed. He was dying with cancer. And she was on a business trip up in Northern California, and she went and had something with somebody.
Okay.
Ms. Cordova, is that true that you want to have an open relationship?
Okay, so part of it is true. Yes, I think I was definitely tired of not getting the love that I needed. I'm just over this whole situation already. It's been so many times that I've been trying to just be more sexy with him, be more romantic. He doesn't take me on dates. He doesn't do anything for me.
That's not true.
And really, our sex life was just went boring. And we were not doing anything exciting, anything that was just taking
Well, how
me.
long has it been that way? How long has things been?
I would say over a year.
Over a year?
Yeah.
Well, now,
No way.
my husband and I have
How
had
can you even
arguments that
say that?
lasted over a year. That's not that long. I mean, things can get a little stale, and you can rev them back up. Is it just the staleness that has led you to want to have an open relationship?
No, I think I'm a person that takes care of myself. I like to exercise. I like to talk about smart stuff, and I like to just be out there. And I was not getting that with Robbie. I was not getting that social interaction. We were not having
How can you
romantic.
say
So you just say like he's just dry. There's nothing about him. He's intellectually, sexually, recreationally, he just got nothing going on.
Yeah, you can't say that.
It went definitely gradually, you know? definitely just start happening. He had all this flavor and things, but I guess I needed more. I needed to be taken care of. I needed to be loved. I needed to be respected in a way, and he disrespected me
But
so
now,
much.
did he have flavor in the beginning?
Oh, yes, he
Always
did.
had flavor. Come on now.
He
What?
did, but I guess I just had too much flavor. What can I say?
Now, Ms. Morris, do you know what she's talking about? She says she wants an open relationship because she doesn't find this one satisfying, and she thinks you're the problem. Do you see, just, lean back, any truth in it?
No, I do not. You know, she says that I don't have enough flavor, and there's been multiple instances where she tells me that she can't even handle what I got, so how's she gonna go out there and get it from somebody else?
Okay, no, well.
Yeah, you know that's true. Come on now.
Now, Ms. Cordova, did you tell your man you couldn't handle what he had?
Well, okay.
Yeah, you did.
So he's definitely got some good things. I'm not gonna say no to that. But for me to just be in there 5-10 minutes and that being it, like, come on, I'm young. I want some diversity. I want just something more exciting. And we also had so many issues by having a roommate that was around all the time. So I couldn't be me. I couldn't yell if I wanted to. I couldn't feel expressive. We had one time that our roommate was around and he was listening to us having sex, and we found him out. That just shut me down. I didn't want to keep
Why is
doing
that
it.
his fault?
Because we wanted to move out of the situation, and he just kept saying that was a good place for us to be, that we couldn't find a different situation.
It was a good place for us to be in. I mean, come on, we had an ocean view from our bedroom window. We could be laying in the bed, getting it on, and you could be looking at the ocean.
Give me something else that you're mad about that ain't got nothing to do with flavor.
Well, he's a really negative person.
Give me an example of his negativity. Tell me a story that will make me say, ooh.
Well, there's so many times that he did so many things, but just coming out with one, we had a really good friend, one of my best friends. She had an ad in a company for these sunglasses. Everybody was congratulating her. Everybody was super stoked for her. And what Robbie goes and says, sunglasses are really bad for you. They cause cancer. And they start writing all these things. When he could just keep his mouth quiet because he's my friend, and I felt embarrassed by my friends talking about it and saying, wow, Robbie's coming and commenting all this negative stuff in something so great for somebody else.
What's wrong with sunglasses?
You know, there's some myths out there that blocking the sun from coming into your eyes can cause damage.
You see, he's not even sure, and he's going and saying that.
You didn't even believe it when you said it.
She's got a point. But
so that's what I mean, Your Honor.
Well, give me another incident, because that was just a random dumb thing to do.
Yeah,
give me something else.
That's not even negative. Like,
well, we also had times when we agree on doing things, and he would just bash me down, saying that it's not a possibility for us to do. Like moving out of our current situation, our living situation, I was always putting out there options. I was putting.
Now, I heard about the living situation. There got to be something else. Keep going.
Well, there was one time that we were having a discussion.
Yeah.
On the place that we both rented. We both paid the same price.
Right.
An amount. And he was mad, so he just told me to grab all my stuff and leave. When I was also paying for that place, he was kicking me out of the same living situation that we were having. It wasn't just one time,
Your Honor. It wasn't just one time.
And then that was not just one time. I let him go slide with that. And then the second time that he did it, I say, you know what? I'm getting out of here. He was yelling at me. The neighbors could hear it. Even the neighbors came and talked to me and say, hey, you guys have to stop because I am listening to all your talk.
So you had a bad argument, and he won't leave the roommate, and he trolled somebody's comment on sunglasses. This does not lead to an open relationship. Give me something. What do you think the problem is, Mr. Morris? Why do you think she's so discontent?
A lot of times, Deanna sees me being angry when actually I'm just passionate. I'm expressing my point and standing up for what I believe in.
Well, that passion is what is causing all this problem, you know?
I do whatever I can to try to make her happy. I just feel like no matter what I do, she's gonna be happy. I mean, I work 3 jobs because we made an agreement. I know you don't want to live with a pig. I know you want to have the privacy, you know? And I'm compromising. I've worked 3 jobs as much as I can so that we can save up money to move out. But she says I'm being negative when actually I'm being logical. Because for us to live in Southern California, we're not going to be able to do that just by me working one job and her working one job with our current financial situation.
Well, and I did, and I went out and I had a full-time job, but there was just something over like one after the other one.
Are there practical reasons? I mean, if you living in Southern California and you're not crushing it economically, it's tough. Yeah. I mean, everybody got a roommate.
Right.
So is that really a non-issue? Because
No, that was not it. That time that he told me that he wanted me to get out of the house, I was just, okay, I'm leaving. He's already telling me to go. And then what he does, he starts grabbing all my stuff, all my clothes, that is my money that I've been putting out there, and he just grabs and starts throwing everything down to the balcony. He just throws everything and says, okay, I'm gonna help you. For a second, I thought, he may help me, okay. I'm just gonna be calm, I'm getting out of here. I don't want him to get more mad. He grabs all my stuff and just starts throwing it.
Yeah. You say, on that topic, you say he has an anger issue. I'm not seeing it. If there's any fire in here, it's flaming over there. So give me an example of the anger you say he displays that you find so frightening.
Well, he will, if he gets mad, he will shut the door. He would slam things around the house. He would break things to kind of scare me. And we had a situation where we went seeking for help with a counselor, and he couldn't find the place. I sent him the address of the place. He couldn't find the place, but he was there on time. he started flipping on me, saying, you didn't send me the address right. He was there, so he made it, in a way. So I did send the address right. Then he started yelling and saying all these things. He was so mad for nothing.
Over a little bitty thing.
Over nothing. He found the place. He was there. We were there.
Mr. Morris, did you get mad over nothing?
Yes. But I wasn't just mad,
I appreciate
Your
your
Honor.
honesty.
I wasn't just mad.
What were you?
Well, a lot of times, Deanna sees me being angry when actually I'm just passionate. I'm expressing my point and standing up for what I believe in.
Well, that passion is what is causing all this problem, you know?
Well, you said he had no flavor.
No, that's not his passion. He is a really angry person. And I had the counselor telling me that. The counselor was in the back listening to all this conversation. She waited. Then later on, she talked to me and said, you know what? He's a really explosive person. You cannot keep handling this. She seemed that I was not getting it.
Give me an example of explosive other than the address thing.
Getting mad with his phone because it's not working and just throwing it to outside of the car and slamming the phone forever, gone. Just because the phone was not working.
It wasn't just because the phone wasn't working.
Well, why was it? What was the problem?
The phone wasn't working, and they weren't going to let me trade it in for another phone, so I figured it'd be best just not to have it.
Yeah, so, you see, Honor,
How old are you?
27.
27.
Yeah, so I had the counselor
You
tell
know,
me.
life is full of frustrations. I was talking to some young person, and I'm old, I get that. The other day, and he said, you know, my boss yelled at me, and it's soul crushing. I wonder, what do you mean? I mean, it's just like, life has complications, it has issues, you know, it's bumpy, people will yell at you, there will be problems, and it's not like, you know what I mean, are you one of these people, you run into a little speed bump in the road and lose your mind?
I'm willing to work on my anger issues. I'm willing to seek help. I've been going to AA meetings, and I don't even drink. I get really into the scenario at hand. I mean,
That's the same thing as losing your mind.
Yes. All right.
Let me tell you. Same thing. You get caught up in a small problem. You know, you could call it passion, you can get caught up in the scenario, but it's still a small thing, and you big angry. We gotta do something about that. Too many people are dying behind. My feelings got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Just pull it together.
But it's not just that.
Tell me what it is.
You know, for me to actually compromise with Deanna and tell her that, hey, listen, I know you're young, you're beautiful, you want to have something with somebody. If it's an opportunity and that presents itself, you're dancing, you find an attraction, you know, I'm willing to compromise with you on the basis that we made an agreement to be honest with each other.
Right.
And to always tell each other, well, hey, if I'm gonna have something with somebody else, then I'm gonna express that to you, or I'm gonna be honest and sincere about what I do with somebody else.
So you're telling me, as long as she tells you, she can go off with some other dude?
That was the compromise I made because I did not want to lose her. And she gave me the ultimatum. She told me if I didn't want to be in an open relationship, then she was going to leave me.
Miss Cordova, did you do that?
I had to say yes. Yes, I did. I did told him that if he didn't want to work things out and add something different to our relationship, but it was because of all the things that he did. So many different things.
I think you gave me like 3 examples. I'm not really sure I understand what you're upset about.
Okay, let me tell you another one. That time,
Please.
he was super mad. He kicked me out of the house. What happened? Throw my things downstairs.
You told me that one.
And everything. Then I wanted to go and seek my friend's help and go and sleep with somebody, like my friends, not anything in a relationship-wise or anything. My friends were opening...
You just needed a place to stay.
I needed a place to crash because
Got it.
I went out, and what happened? I go to my friend's house. My friends are awake. They know what's going on, and they say, I'm sorry, we want to help you, but Robbie just called us and let us know all this is happening. He made up so much
stuff.
So much stuff. And then he say, please don't let her stay with you. So she went to all my friends and say, don't give her a place to stay, because he wanted me to come back home because he regretted of what he said. So he just explodes and say, get out of the house, which we're paying together, which is my house too, so I couldn't just stay.
Did you call all her friends and tell her not to give her a place to crash?
I did.
Yeah.
Were you sorry? I mean, did you want her to come home so you could yell at her some more, or did you want her to come home to make peace?
I wanted her to come home so we could make peace.
Yeah, after he yells at me and after he throws my stuff, like not caring for anything.
That's what happens, though. If you jack something up and somebody yells at you, you say you're sorry, and then you make peace. You with me?
I mean, not if he's yelling at you all the time and constantly. I had even the counselor telling me, do you want your kids to be yelled at the same way that Rob is yelling at you all the time?
How often does he lose his temper?
Every day. Most of the time, all the time. At least once a day.
Do you lose your temper every day?
I get passionate every day, yes.
Yeah, but not passionate in the other ways that he should.
It must be scary because, you know, he's so chill over here.
Yes.
What do you have to offer her in a way of concrete change behavior that might allow her to make an intelligent decision to stay with you?
I'm willing to work on my anger issues. I'm willing to seek help. I've been going to AA meetings, and I don't even drink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I don't know how is that really gonna help us.
I'm trying, Your Honor. And I seek counseling. I talk to my friends, and I talk to my family. That doesn't really help at all. But, you know, I do want to make changes because I understand the yelling that I do that causes her so much stress is not fair to her.
I gotcha. And your answer is another dude. Boy, do you got that one wrong. You want 2 tablecloths from Mexico?
That's correct.
Why?
Well, they're not just tablecloths.
Okay.
They are a representation of my first visit to Acapulco and to meet her family. And that is something I hold true and true to my heart.
Did they give them to you?
Yes.
Were they
gave
gifts
them to both of us.
They gave them to us.
And there are 2?
2.
Yes.
You get one, you get the other. This matter is adjourned.
Based on everything that went down in the show, you in or you out?
I'm out.
So what does single life look for someone like you?
I'm not gonna feel guilty, like everything is my fault. And I'm gonna start doing what I really feel passionate about, like dancing, going out, and actually just helping the world to be a better place.
Did Judge Lynn get to you today? Did she get through to you?
Absolutely. And I understand I have some issues. I need to work on that. And I'm gonna start working on that so that hopefully when Deanna's ready, I'll be ready too.
So you think there's still hope here?
I do.